Stones, slings, and giant things. Israel's first king was named Saul. King Saul did not obey God. So God said to Samuel the prophet, "Find a man named Jesse. One of his sons will be the new king." Samuel found Jesse in Bethlehem. He looked at 7 of Jesse's sons. They looked handsome and strong. "Not them," God said. "I don't care about looks. I care about what's in a person's heart." Jesse sent for his youngest son, David, who was tending sheep in the fields. Samuel saw him, and God said, "He is the one." So David was anointed the new king. Sometime later, Israel fought the Philistines. A giant Philistine soldier called Goliath challenged the Israelites to send a champion to fight him. But the Israelites were all too afraid. David brought food to his brothers in the army. He heard Goliath's challenge and was not afraid. "How dare he defy God's army?" asked David. "I will fight him." Surprised, King Saul offered David his armor. "No," said David. "God help me kill wild beasts. He will help me against Goliath too." David took 5 stones and a sling. "Am I a dog?" Goliath roared. "You send this stick of a boy to fight me." "You have a spear," said David, "but I have the help of Israel's God." David put a stone into the sling and threw it. It struck Goliath's forehead and knocked him down. The Israelites defeated the Philistines. With God's help, David was a hero. A test in the desert. God's Spirit led Jesus into the desert. He had nothing to eat for 40 days and nights. After that, Jesus was very hungry. Knowing that Jesus was hungry, Satan tempted him. He pointed to a rock and said, "If you are the Son of God, tell these rocks to become bread." Jesus answered Satan using God's words from the Bible. "It's not just bread that keeps people alive," he said. "Their lives also depend on what God says." Next, Satan took Jesus to the top of the temple. "If you are the Son of God, jump off. The scriptures say that God's angels will rescue you." So Jesus used God's word to give his second answer. "Do not put the Lord your God to the test," he said, quoting again from the Bible. Finally, Satan took Jesus to a mountain and showed him all the world's kingdoms and wealth. "This can be yours," he said, "if you bow down and worship me." "Go away, Satan," Jesus commanded. Then he quoted God's word one more time. "For it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only." As soon as Jesus said it, Satan left him. Then angels came and cared for him. Jesus had faced temptation and hadn't sinned, not even once. Demons destroyed. Jesus and his disciples crossed the Sea of Galilee. they met a man with evil spirits who lived in a cemetery. He screamed constantly and cut himself with stones. Jesus told the spirits to leave.
"Don't hurt us, Jesus,"
the spirits cried. "My name is Lots," said the man. "There are lots of evil spirits in me." "Well, you have to leave him," said Jesus. "You have no choice." The evil spirits were scared. There was a large herd of pigs nearby.
"Then send us into the pigs."
Jesus let the evil spirits enter the pigs. The whole herd rushed down a steep bank into the lake and drowned. The people who took care of the pigs told everyone in town what had happened. The townspeople came to the cemetery. They saw that Jesus had made the man well. Frightened, the people begged Jesus to leave. The man asked to go with Jesus. Jesus replied, "Stay here. Tell everyone what I've done." The man did, and everyone was amazed. Waters part and walls fall. Moses sent 12 spies into the promised land. 10 of them said, "We will never defeat the people there." But Joshua and Caleb said, "With God's help, we can do it." Frightened, the people believed the 10 spies. God said, "Only your children, with Joshua and Caleb, will enter the promised land." So after 40 years in the desert, it was time. Joshua sent 2 spies into Jericho. They met a woman called Rahab, who hid them and helped them escape down the wall. They promised to spare her and her family. The Israelites crossed the Jordan River. The priests went first, carrying the Ark of the Covenant. When their feet touched the river, it stopped flowing. Everyone crossed on dry land. Jericho was next. The Lord told Joshua, "For 6 days, march once around Jericho. Then, on day 7, march around 7 times. Blow trumpets. Shout. The walls will fall down." Joshua trusted God. He did what the Lord said, and the walls fell down. They took the city. Rahab was spared. God's people began to take the promised land.